going on, people? Welcome to Football Carnage, and we are back with another episode of Chaos right here for you on the channel. Big up to everybody that's in the chat and everybody that's watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, make sure to sub to everyone that you see on the panel. Their links will be in the description and their names will be on stream the entire time. We got a great episode for you during this international break. Going to be looking at the first 3 games, talk about who's looked better, and if that tells us who should be winning La Liga. And then in the second half of the show, we're going to bring up Tier Maker and we're going to rank the transfer business that Real Madrid and Barcelona have done with the incoming players and the guys that were forced or sold out of the clubs. So it's going to be a fire episode as always. Big up to my guy, the Football Matrix. Shout out to Sam, man like Blancos Talks Madrid. Is it Blancos Talks Madrid, Sam?
Talks ball.
Blancos Talks ball.
As well. Big time. Nah, Blancos Talks ball, brother.
Okay, Blancos Talks ball. Now, big up, Sam. And my guy, Omar BYT. Jonas, Barca Reacts. What's going on, people? How everybody doing?
All good, man. Bless up.
Amazing.
Doing good, bro.
Just surviving this dead international break, bro.
Exactly.
For real.
I've not really watched any international footy. Like, usually,
they're dead, bro. They're dead.
I'm not gonna lie.
I do like watch-alongs for South America, like the Club World. But like,
I'm surprised you didn't watch Brazil versus Chile yesterday. I'm like, yo,
you know, like what it is, Omar, because we already know that Brazil have qualified, right? Like all these teams have already qualified. So it's like the games don't really mean anything.
They qualified? I don't think they're guaranteed.
I think they're like a win away or something.
Who?
No,
Brazil.
No, Brazil qualified during.
Nah,
Brazil
but the thing, you know what it is
during the last international break.
Bro, you know what it is.
So the thing is, right?
Like,
so. By the way, just real quick, Jonas. So the South American qualifiers have been going on for like a year now. It's the European ones that are just now starting. So, like, we already know who's made it from South America.
The Asian ones too. The Asian ones too.
Wait, hold up. How did Europe just start though? Because like the World Cup's in the summer.
No, actually, they have been. It's been on for a while. But I mean, listen, the tournament. I'm not gonna lie. The international break has been kind of boring. I mean, obviously, you know it. Because the only game I actually did watch Gambia earlier this morning. They played away to Kenya and they actually won 3-1. I was like, yo, we actually won an away game away from our home nation. Like I can't actually believe it. That's why I was actually like, you know what? That's actually one of the only positives that actually came out of this, right? And I think France won 2-0. I saw that against.
I saw that Mbappé he scored this game, right?
Nah, but look how dead the games are, bro. Italy, Estonia.
Yeah, he did. And Mbappé scored the goals.
Yeah, but I am doing a watch along.
In some form, bro. Like even for France.
Yeah, I am doing a watch along though on Sunday for Turkey, Spain. That should be fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one for that too. I was thinking of doing the Spain Bulgaria one, but I was like, I had like stuff to do, so I was like,
But I think Spain-Turkey would be a good game, though.
But I'm not gonna lie. The only downside, obviously, for the international break for us, right, for all of us, is like these players to come back in one piece. And like apparently, we heard that De Jong left the Dutch international the camp early because of a minor injury. I'm like, bro,
fake,
really, man.
He's fake injury,
seriously, man. Nah,
he wants extra rest. I'm telling you.
No, well, listen, I'm not against it if that's the truth. Hey, listen, man.
He don't want to play against Lithuania, or he would just want to
chill,
go for a holiday,
like, does he really need to play?
Back to La Liga. Look at Rodrigo. Rodrigo is in Greece right now, enjoying his time.
Hold on,
these players, they have private jet, bro. They have private jet. They can't just travel over a day.
Rafinha is in Paris. I didn't even realize. I just saw.
Yeah, they don't need to go and stand in a line in the airport or something.
But like for example, look at England's national team, right? No Trent, no Cole Palmer, like. It's like a lot of guys have been like left out.
Did Trent not go?
No, Trent didn't get called up.
Amazing.
Palmer didn't get called up.
They rotated because even
Saka didn't get called up. It's like
that's what I'm saying. They rotated, bro. They brought Rashford.
Oh yeah, Saka is injured. You're right.
They brought Rashford to the team. So I was like, oh yeah, they definitely
Rashford.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. You remember Tuchel?
When I heard, I was like, yo, what?
Picking Rashford over Palmer, you know. Jesus.
No.
If you wait.
Tuchel
if you look into it,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Can
he
I
always
say
wanted
something?
it.
I'm not even kidding.
Look, if you really look into it, this international break is actually good for Real Madrid though, because Vini didn't get called up, Rodrigo didn't get called up, Trent didn't get called up. None of these players, only Tchouaméni.
Did Militao
Okay,
get called up?
Uh,
a lot of players got called up, Tchouaméni,
He didn't play.
Mastantuono, Mbappé.
Oh,
But I would say
thank you.
some important players are getting a rest as well. They didn't get called up. Trent, Militao. So Vini and Rodrigo as well getting a rest. I
And do you
think
know what
it's
it
good.
is? Like Matrix, you want these players to play against these average crap teams. Do you get me? So these players don't really have to put in that big of a shift, so they can just, brush them off with ease without, having to play a lot and, having the possibility of,
Yeah, I
getting
think
injured.
Palmer is injured, isn't he? Yeah, Cole Palmer is
Oh, if
injured.
he's injured, then first. But the
Is he
point
injured?
is, yeah, he is apparently now. Wesley just put it in the chat. The point is, I think the quicker. When does the break actually end? I mean, I know we have games next week.
Next Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday.
So
Yeah, I think it's either Wednesday or Tuesday because
yeah. So
I know
what is
that
it?
the South American teams play Tuesday night.
Yeah, because
Right.
no, it's not even that. No, because I think what is it? I think Portugal have their game
this.
on Monday. That's their first World Cup qualifying game as well, and all that. I think it's got to be Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere around.
Nah,
that
it
way,
definitely
like.
wouldn't be Thursday.
Bro,
It would
did you
be
guys
Wednesday
see
the
the?
latest.
Did
The
you
only
guys
thing
see?
I am begging for, the only thing I am begging for, is for the final game. One, don't play Militao. Yeah, don't play him.
I don't think he
Two,
was called up. I think he was.
He's
at the
he's
game.
not called up.
He didn't get called
He's
Thank
up.
you
not
very much.
called up.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, Huijsen, do not pull a muscle. Do not pull anything. Just get back in.
Yo, you know what's actually funny? For the first time, I would say this. I want Kubarsi to bench Dean House for that
Yes,
game
That's
against
crazy.
Turkey.
yes.
Oh, of course we do.
Please,
Of course we do.
please.
You know
Of
what's
course we do.
crazy? I
Please
want
drop
Leo
Housen. Go
Of
ahead,
course,
Jonas.
of course we do.
Go ahead.
Oh,
No, I was gonna say, did you guys see Leo Messi, bro? Man said, is it actually his last game? Like,
I think
Well,
I was
Mawada,
gonna
who
ask,
cares,
is it
Mawada? Who cares, Mawada?
Oh, Matrix,
Hey,
let
hey,
Matrix,
bro,
put your bias
Hey,
cap aside for
bro,
1
we're
second, man.
speaking
This
about
guy,
guys
man.
like what?
You can't let
Kubarsi,
other
Big
people
Boy,
just be
who
happy,
cares
bro.
about
You
that?
just have to come
Come
here
on,
and be a
playing
hater,
Inter
man.
Miami, Mawada.
Why
No
would you
one
play?
cares
But why would you
anymore,
play?
Mawada.
But I don't
Sorry.
get it. Why would you play that game if you wasn't gonna go to the World Cup? Why?
No, he's
why did
going
you
to the
even
World Cup. This is
No,
his
the
last,
next
this is
World
their
Cup.
last official game in their home in Argentina for the qualifier. So this is basically his last
Yeah.
game.
Bro,
in
I don't
Argentina.
believe that though. There's definitely gonna have like a goodbye game.
Dude,
you know,
they
so, like,
they hyped it up, man. It's his last game. Let's be clear. Like,
Yeah.
why would they put all that hype, right, to make all of that noise just so
Yeah,
that they
well,
can make him
because
play another
by
game?
the time the next World Cup is that'll be 2030.
30, 34, yeah.
Messi's not gonna be. Yeah, so like he
No,
already
Yeah,
got
bro,
this is,
20,
probably
like,
one
no,
of
this
the
is his
bro,
last World
bro,
Cup, man. Let's
it's-
be real. Like,
it's
the
in
fact that
Saudi
we've been getting
Arabia. It's in
another
Saudi
World Cup from
Arabia,
him is
yeah.
actually crazy in itself because I did
He-
not think we'd
He
play
would be
another one, man.
retired, Sam. He's not gonna play in Saudi Arabia ever.
Yeah,
Trust
exactly.
me.
Dude, nah,
Trust
he's
me.
not.
He ain't gonna
He's-
play there.
I think, honestly, guys, I think that if after the World Cup, it wouldn't surprise if Messi played another year and just packed up his career. Just done.
Yeah, I mean,
I
he's
think
surprised.
maybe even retire
at Inter.
in the World
Because-
Cup.
yeah,
I
that's
think
what I'm
the
saying.
World
Inter
Cup
Miami, bro, I can see
should
him
be
like
the
he's
last
at
thing he
40,
do.
like because he's gonna be like 40 after the World Cup.
Bro,
he
the
can
only
just
thing
like-
I
Bro, low
want.
key, he's not washed though. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not washed, but it
washed.
doesn't matter, bro. Like I don't need Messi to be washed to retire, bro.
No, see, the
Let's
thing
just-
is,
he can retire at the top,
Messi's
bro.
not.
That's-
Messi's
Yeah.
not washed, but he's
No.
not good.
No,
enough
he's not
for
the same
top
player.
level.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
not.
But you know what it
You
is?
know what it is? You know what it is? He's playing incredibly well for his age. That's what it is. He's playing
Yeah,
well for
fair
his
enough.
age. Just like Ronaldo.
No,
Don't
but
get it
bro,
twisted. Even
like
Ronaldo.
you
I
saw
think-
the free
because
kick.
let's be clear here. People forget Ronaldo is 41.
Yeah,
The
true.
guy is going to be 41 next year, right? I think he's 40 right now.
February.
The guy's going to be 41
year.
next year, bro. This guy's still scoring goals at 41 years old consistently. I don't care.
But
people
he's
gonna
a
say
different
Saudi, the
animal,
guy's still
though,
scoring,
Omar.
bro.
I
He
don't
is.
think Messi gonna have Ronaldo longevity though.
No, but
I
he doesn't,
mean,
he ain't
doesn't
gonna play
need
until
to.
41,
But that's, but Matrix,
40,
Matrix,
41.
Matrix, he doesn't need to. We don't need. I don't need Messi to have the longevity.
I'm
of
not
Ronaldo.
saying that he needs to do it. I'm just saying I don't think he's gonna have that longevity.
I didn't think
Like,
he's
Ronaldo
not.
different.
You know what it is?
Until he's 40.
Physically,
And also,
Ronaldo is
what's
just a
important
different
is this
animal.
world, right? I feel like obviously, we spend our whole lives as like football fans, like comparing these two, right? But stylistically, these two players are very different. You understand what I mean,
Yes.
right? Ronaldo lives through goals. Like the guy is a specimen. The guy, like when it comes down to it, that's why now at this point I don't compare the two because I'm like, they're two different players at different ends of their career, so they're playing football very differently. You understand what I mean, right? So
The
Messi,
only
can
thing
take,
I am
so
praying
Messi
for-
can score goals, but Messi necessarily doesn't need to score goals that much.
Messi
because
is
he's
better
like-
than Ronaldo. I say
No, but
this
don't get
right
it
here.
twisted.
Right
But
now,
my point
he
is,
Right now, he
but
is.
Bro,
my
here's
point
the
is,
thing.
at this
All
point,
time,
at this point of his
Messi over
career,
Ronaldo
Ronaldo,
still,
all
sorry.
he has
Hey, all
is
time he is.
Ronaldo is a number 9. So a goal, he lives through goals now. At his age now, he lives through goals, right? Messi doesn't live through goals anymore. He doesn't need to, right? That's why you see most of the time when he's playing with like a better striker, you can see he plays more of a creative role.
Bro,
Because
Omar,
that's what he
all I'm
wants to do.
saying,
You can't do
All
that.
I'm, bro,
all
do you
I'm
know what?
saying is this: I do not let my goat go back to back. You know what I'm saying? Don't
He's
let him
not
go
coming
back to
back.
back.
He's not
as
coming
much
back.
as
That's all I'm saying. Don't let him go
it's
back
not.
to back.
Look,
winning the
can
next
I
I'm not
say
gonna lie.
something?
They're
Look,
not winning the
can
next
I just
World Cup. They're
keep
not
it
winning the
100 with
next
you
World
guys?
Cup.
Can I
They're
just
not
keep it
gonna
100
win
with you
it.
guys?
They're not
I'm
gonna
not
win
trying to
it.
see. I
Say
don't want to see
something.
Argentina
No,
win
but
another
they're good.
trophy, bro. I've seen how
I
this
can't stand
country.
their fans.
I
Their
have
fans are
seen how this
racist. I
country
can't
act when
stand
they
them.
win,
I can't
bro.
stand their fans.
I don't ever want to see this country win again.
Nah, bro. F them. Bro, do you know what?
Nah,
All I am
listen,
praying
don't
for.
disrespect the Argentinian people, right? Nothing against you guys. Nothing against you. I just
Nah,
have a
but
problem
those
with your
racist
national
people,
team.
mate. Nah,
Your,
no.
nah, your national team, bro. Apart from Messi, bro, screw the rest of them, bro. Seriously.
Bro, do you know what it is? I am
Nah,
just
man.
I'm
They're
just
the worst.
praying.
They're the worst winners, bro. I've never seen dude. They are the worst. Like, you know, this funny, right? RSM used to tell me this, like, bro, in South America, nobody likes seeing Argentina win. No one. And then when I saw them win the World Cup and the Copa America, I was like, oh shit! So this is why they never want to see them win. Because you guys are the worst
Yeah,
winners.
nah,
You
I
guys
hear
can't
that,
just
I
take
hear
your W and move
Oh,
on.
do you know what?
You guys have to
All
be
I am
smug.
begging for now, all I am praying is Vitinha. You keep playing as good as you are. Joao Neves, you keep playing as good. Yeah. The
Nuno
defense keep.
Mendes.
Yeah, Nuno Mendes, you keep doing
Nuno
what you're doing,
Mendes.
bro. Everyone in Portugal, just keep doing what you're doing. Ronaldo, I beg you, keep that Nations League form into that World Cup. Yeah,
So bro, I swear,
one
No,
last.
listen.
if
I
Portugal win the
swear
World Cup,
now.
bro, I need you all
Bro,
to understand, bro. If Portugal
Bro,
win the World
I'm
Cup,
not even
we
lying.
as
I
football,
would cry my eyes out. If
no,
Ronaldo won
I'm being
that
dead
World
serious,
Cup,
guys. You
I
don't
would
understand.
cry
If
of
Messi,
joy.
if Ronaldo wins a World Cup with Portugal, bro, do you guys understand this debate will never end? This debate will never
it's
end,
ended,
bro.
bro.
We will literally, these guys will retire.
It's
Be
not if
done,
he
bro.
wins it, bro. Not if he wins it and he scores in the final.
debate
Eunice, then
happen
you
Bro,
can't
it's
say.
when we're
ended, bro.
80 years
Come on,
old.
bro.
Okay, wait one second,
Nah.
Eunice. If he wins the World Cup and he scores in the final, do you think that debate still is going to end?
Bro,
Do
I
you
Wait,
think-
wouldn't-
no, the debate will
Bro,
not end,
listen.
bro. Ronaldo
is
fans
nowhere
have
near
been
the GOAT, bro.
quiet since Messi.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Messi
Let
won the
Jonas
World
jump
Cup,
in,
bro.
Omar.
If they
Bro,
win,
he ain't the
if
GOAT,
they
bro.
win the
He's
World
not
Cup,
the
bro, do you understand Ronaldo fans, bro? When their GOAT wins the World Cup,
Yeah, Jonas, go
I
ahead, bro.
don't
Like, what do you want
care.
to say?
You know what, Sam? It's the hope that kills you, bro. Ronaldo's not winning the World Cup, and even if he does, in a fantasy world, he's not the GOAT, bro. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If
Why
he
not?
wins it,
I call
if
Ronaldo
he
the
wins it
bro,
and he scores in the
if-
final,
bro,
I'm having a different conversation again.
How's he
brother.
the GOAT? Actually, how's he the GOAT? Bro, no, actually, Messi's
No,
way
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Look, if you want to compare the two, this is my honest take on Messi and Ronaldo.
Nah, I love Ronaldo. Big up Ronaldo.
Ronaldo needs service. At the end of the day, Ronaldo still needs service. Players has to work for him, create chances for him to finish. Messi doesn't really need that. He creates goals for the team as well.
When Cristiano gives me
But
one of these, we can start talking.
Exactly, bro. Simple
But
as
forget about that.
Miguel,
What I'm saying
even
is
if
that
he
you
wins
can
that and
get
he scores in
more.
final, you still ain't gonna have the talk. But
Look,
let's
look,
just
you
be
can
honest.
get
While
more
being
out of
You're
while
right.
being
Ronaldo.
the best
You're right,
player
bro.
in the tournament, while being the best player in the tournament.
Bro, come on,
there
bro.
you go.
No,
See,
volume.
now
Hold on,
Let's
actually,
move on.
hold on.
End of
Forget about
discussion.
Ronaldo.
Next topic.
Hey, volume, real quick. They say, bro, what's it called? They said that Ronaldo, right? This guy, if he wins the World Cup, right, which was not gonna happen, he can be compared to Messi again. Like, no, bro, come on, bro.
He can.
That's crazy.
He can.
Is he
wins
gonna be the best player?
If he wins it and he scores in the final,
He's
of course
the
he can.
only
What the
player
hell?
that can be
No,
compared to
he
Messi.
Is he gonna be the
People
best
have to
player
respect
scoring in
him.
every single facet of the
Okay, so the best-
of the World
Every
Cup?
single facet.
At
Do you
41.
mean the penalties?
Hold on. At 41.
Yes,
I mean,
he
every
hit
single
some clutch
facet,
penalties.
Mabara, he
So
scores
the
goals.
goal against Australia, was that a pen? Wait.
How many?
Was the goal against Australia a pen? Was the goal against Mexico a
Mexico.
pen?
Australia,
Was the goal
congratulations.
against France in the final? Was that a pen as well?
Yeah, but see,
Bro,
but the
let me
reason why
expose this
that,
fraud, right?
but the reason why that's
Australia is known
irrelevant.
for football.
Even if it's a pen, as long as Cristiano Ronaldo, because people downgrade penalties, okay? You know how important it is and how crucial it is to
Yeah,
score a
sure.
penalty when your team needs it the most. A whole freaking
No, of
country
course.
is
Oh,
looking
now
at you.
when we talk
And if
about
you
Messi,
miss it,
penalty
you're gonna
have
be
value.
pecho
Yes,
frio. You know
yes.
what they call him, pecho frio, like a cold chest. Messi is being called pecho frio his
Bro.
whole entire career.
No,
Exactly.
of
Can
course.
you imagine if he would have missed all those pens that he took at the World Cup? What would have happened? Do you know what would have
Yeah.
happened?
But
Yeah,
brother,
he would
this
have been
guy is
he would
defending
have been
penalties
slandered.
now.
So
He would
we
have been
can't-
slandered.
we
Defending
can't-
penalties
We
now.
can't say we would have annihilated him if we would have missed him, but when he makes it, we're not going to give him credit.
No. Of course he'll get credit, but I've just never seen a team.
Then
get
give
that
Mbappe
many
credit
penalties.
Volume.
for
I
the
got. Wait, hold on. I
penalty
gotta say this,
against
Mitch. I gotta say
Osasuna.
this.
Okay.
Volume.
Give you
There's a
credit.
real chance. They all
Pressure.
said no, but there's a real chance Argentina win the World Cup again. Like whether
Nah,
you
That
can.
would be
I don't
crazy,
think so.
man.
They
Like,
can.
No,
how
I don't
about
think so.
they were so strong in Copa America.
I
They
mean,
won it.
do they have a chance? Of course, they have a chance.
Well,
but
I
it's
have
don't
him
just-
think
top.
they
I
do.
have him
it's
top
just
three.
like,
I have
bro,
him
it's
top
just-
three right now. And in all honesty, I mean, I have
Second.
Spain.
Yeah.
Some people went at me on Twitter. I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter, but some people actually went at me and said, you know what,
Spain.
you're crazy. Because I said Portugal is my number 2. And my number 3 is Argentina.
You should put Portugal up there.
But
Guys,
I think
France.
hold on.
Can I
I just want to say this. I just want to say this. I just think it would be Argentina has a shot. I mean, but it would just be crazy to go back to back World Cups. I mean, that just
No, I mean
insane.
for sure. But you know the thing is though, of course
Not
Messi
happening.
is the favorite to
saying
be the
that.
GOAT.
That's the easy thing
Not
to say,
happening.
Matrix. That's the easy
That's the
thing to
easy
say,
thing.
Matrix.
He's not-
Can I say?
No.
this
After
real?
I'm finished, he's
Go ahead.
he's not the GOAT to me. I think it's CR7. But to be
We can
honest-
have a debate on your show
No,
whenever you
I
want,
don't
bro.
think-
And you can bring your points
Let's
and I'll
move
bring
on
my
from
points.
Ronaldo.
No.
and Messi,
It's fine. I don't really care about the debate because it's nothing
Yeah.
that I'm gonna say that's gonna change your mind, and it's nothing that you're gonna say to change my mind. So like it's kind
Yeah,
of like it's
exactly.
always a pointless debate. People are kind of stuck.
It's
with
not
it.
a pointless debate.
Facts.
Messi
But-
is the greatest.
but-
You
I do
made it-
not
you-
think
you was put-
that
you speak facts
Portugal
there.
will win the World Cup if Ronaldo
Oh,
is
we're
starting.
right.
They're not
Yeah.
going to win
Exactly.
it. If Ronaldo is starting, Portugal are not going to win the World Cup. He needs to be dropped. He needs to be a rotational, like off the bench.
Mm.
Like if you're struggling, you need, like somebody to come on and maybe give
But
you something in
CR7
the
fans
final
will
third.
push back and say we want the Nations League against Spain, who is arguably the number one favorite team. And how come
He
we
scored the
were
goal,
able to?
though.
Bro,
He was
bro,
good.
bro.
He
He
was.
scored the
That's
goal.
what. That's the devil's advocate
Yes.
right there. I
Yes.
mean, I'm not a
Listen,
CR7
listen,
fan.
Touchline
just-
saying that
can I just-
somebody's ball knowledge is in the gutter.
He was good.
It
Well,
is-
Will,
This
Will,
is like a homeless.
Touchline
thing.
is to name names.
This is
with
like
his-
a homeless person calling somebody else a bum. Like what we doing here, Touchline?
Is he talking about you? Is he talking about you, Will? Or me?
Yeah, yeah.
Will, can I-
Touchline of
Will,
all people.
Will, can
Of all
I say
people.
this? Will, can I say this? Right?
Will,
Will,
You know what's
Will,
funny? It was funny.
No, hold
People
on.
tell me that
That's
Messi's
about
not
it,
the
but-
GOAT, but every time I challenge someone to have a debate about that, nobody wants to
With-
take it.
Messi,
Miguel,
bro,
He
Here's
is
the
the
thing, guys.
goat.
Can I just
Hold on,
can I
let me
just say
do
this?
one.
You know what's funny, right?
Hold on.
I just mentioned
I'll tell you this
when it comes to this debate.
I'll ask
This
the old
debate
man, who
will
does he
never
pick?
this
I-
debate. Let me be clear.
Go
Will
on.
never end, right? But I'm just gonna say this: when you guys talk about the World Cup, no, everybody is talking about Argentina, Portugal, Spain. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, right? I think that it's gonna just be a team that someone just looks at, it kind of just overlooks. That's just gonna win this World Cup. Like even like a Brazil, we don't even know. Brazil might Ancelotti might just find a formula that can just.
Argentina went on an incredible run. They lost the first game. They lost the first game.
Brazil won't win
Dude.
the World Cup if Neymar's not fit. I don't know.
Dude,
if,
I'm
like,
telling you, because
Neymar
you
would
know
need
what
to
it
be
is,
there.
right? Will. I know this is obviously before you.
Brazil won win
Will,
it because they're
Will, this-
thinking about Neymar. That's exactly the reason
They
why.
have
they-
Ancelotti.
Oh, do
They
you know
don't
what
wanna
it is?
win
Well,
nothing,
this is why I'm making that point, right? Because I remember in 2014, right, when before the World Cup started, many people thought that Spain were going to retain the title because they had just won 3 trophies in a row. You understand what I mean, right?
Back to
People
back,
put
it's crazy,
Argentina.
bro.
People put Argentina ahead.
That
Like,
doesn't
I'm gonna be
happen.
very honest. No one
Sure.
put even Germany in the top 5 to win the World Cup.
Only
No.
Brazil,
Yeah,
only
no
Brazil
one
in
put them in the top five, bro.
1998
I
had
don't
a
want to
chance
do
of a
what I
back to back.
think.
Only
Germany.
Brazil in
Listen.
1998 had a chance of a back to back. They won in
France.
USA in 1994.
France.
They
I mean,
did
that's what
it.
I'm saying. France could win the next
France
year.
had a
I know
chance to
people,
go
people
back
don't
to
go
back.
trust.
Kylian
I know, but
Mbappe
it's not. It's
World Cup,
really
but-
tough, dude. It's really tough.
Mbappe
That's my
2
only
World
pushback
Cups,
on
is this
Argentina.
what we're gonna see?
But
Mbappe
you know
Yo,
what
that
it
can
is?
happen. Matrix, see? I'm not gonna lie, that could happen. That could actually happen. But bro,
Bring
you know,
it
I
on,
quickly say
Mavara.
this,
Mbappe
Matrix.
2 World Cup
Matrix,
trophy.
I gotta
Bring
quickly
it on.
say
Bring
this,
the
right?
second one.
Because
Yo,
you
yo,
guys, hold up.
one mic, please.
Hold on,
Guys,
Carnage,
be real.
Carnage.
Apart
You
from
guys-
Brazil, I don't think anyone has done a back-to-back World Cup. I don't
But
think
Sam,
anyone
hear
has
me
done
out.
it
Hear
good.
me out.
No.
You're
Italy
Ronaldo
did
guy.
back in the day. Italy did back in the day.
Hey, you're a Ronaldo guy. Listen, as much as you guys call him the GOAT, some of you guys, right, your favorite player, bro, the
He's
biggest,
my favorite player.
big game
He is my favorite
players.
player.
Let me say this. He has 0 knockout goals in the World Cup. They always tell me this. They always say, when the going gets tough.
Ain't no
one
way
game
that's
in
true.
life.
Ain't no way that's
That's
true, right,
true.
Will?
Bro,
Breaking this
5 World
World Cup,
Cups,
he's
0
breaking it. He's
knockout
breaking it
goals,
this summer.
bro.
He's breaking it this World Cup.
No,
Guys,
no,
this
he's
World Cup,
not.
he's
Let me
breaking
ask
it.
you
He's
a
not.
question. Is country all that matters?
No,
Yes.
but I'm saying that's the
Country's
that's
all that
the-
matters.
Look at
That's the
No,
highest
it's a
level of
joke.
the
It's a
sport.
joke.
I was about to
I'm
say-
messing with you.
Hold
No,
on, hold
no,
on.
no,
This
no.
is the highest
No,
level
of course
the
not.
World
But
Cup.
if you look at the Ballon d'Or, right, for example, it's always had a lot of weight every single year. The
of
Ballon
course,
d'Or,
of
when there's a World Cup year, so they these awards they have a lot of weight when it comes to international. So international, it's important, and a lot of times
Bro,
people
zero.
have installed this narrative that Cristiano Ronaldo never has good teams, which is so far from the truth. You know, if we look at men on men, look at the final, Argentina against France. Go men on men and look at the squad Argentina had, and look at the squad that France had. Men on men, Mbappé had far and away the better team than Argentina did, and Messi still pulled it off. And I'm not saying he did it by himself.
Argentina had the
As a
referee,
team, they played
Mavara.
great.
That's enough.
Bro,
They had
France
the
had
referee.
2 pens.
Yeah,
They had 2
Argentina-
pens.
That penalty on Di
Argentina
Maria.
hold
that's
on.
a
If
penalty.
that was true, why
the
did
final.
Argentina get a pen
Argentina
call
have
at the
a
end
bad
of the
team?
game?
Did Argentina
Wouldn't that
have a
be
bad
the
team?
perfect
It can't
time
be
to
doing
not
too
give it to them?
obvious.
No,
It can't
because
be
this is
too
what this is
obvious,
what you
Mavara.
people do. You
I
talking
can't
as
hear
if-
you.
That penalty against Di Maria is not a penalty.
You're talking
Okay,
like
never
Argentina
a
had
penalty.
a
but you're
team.
saying that Argentina
Bullshit.
had the referees on their side, but they at the end of the match, France versus Argentina was going to be the world
Against
champions,
Dutch as
and
well.
the referee
Against Holland as well, they had the
called a
referee.
tiki-tack,
Yes.
handball on
That's not a handball,
Kolo Muani. It was a 50-50 call. It was a perfect time to say, you know what? Argentina wins it. End of the game. But no,
The
they
first
gave France the penalty
is
at the end
never
of
a
the game.
penalty.
But nobody talks about the penalty that France got in that final at the end of that game.
They
that was
got
not
2 of
fair.
them, bro.
Because we look
If
at
they
the whole
had the refs on their
tournament.
side, why
We
would they
look
call
at
a
the
pen
whole
against
tournament.
Argentina? Why would they call a pen against Argentina if they had the
Mavara, he
refs on their
played
side?
like 8-9 games. He got 6 penalties.
Okay, but
There-
you're saying
Those are question marks out there. What do you want
okay,
us to say?
but why you're
Where-
not
where
answering
all
my
of them?
question? Why you're not
I'm
answering my
telling you,
question?
the penalty.
guys,
listen,
no,
the
no,
penalty
guys,
in
guys,
the
see how this
final.
debate is
No,
just
just
going
let them
on.
have the debate, bro.
The penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, just-
The penalty in
just
the
let
World
them have
Cup
it.
final for Di Maria is never a penalty. If you
We can debate that. That's fine.
Now, can I say that,
with
Matrix?
yourself
So
and
hold
tell
up,
me that's a
Matrix.
penalty.
Hold on, Matrix. Though, but this is my thing with handballs. I don't like the handball rule, but when it's a trip, I'm more harsh on that. So even if it's small, it's a trip, and even if it's minimal contact,
Giannis,
bro, he's
that's a
running, bro.
penalty.
Yes,
Giannis, be
yes,
honest
that's
with
right.
yourself.
But you
That's
know
a
what?
penalty.
Yes.
People do.
Yes, when you
Okay.
trip somebody,
This is what
yes,
people
Sure,
do.
sure.
They add in the total,
If
right?
that was for Ronaldo,
Julius would be
He
saying
got a
no
penalty.
penalty.
Hold on. He got a penalty against Spain in 2018, the World Cup. He got tripped, Ronaldo. So what are you talking about? He's got a
He
penalty
slammed
call.
his
Mavara,
foot
there
away.
was no contact
It was a
on Di
soft
Maria.
one. I remember that was a soft one. The one that
No
he got
contact.
So that's a soft one, but so that's not. But Di Maria's one is a pen. Come on,
Both
Eunice.
are pens. Both are pens. I didn't
Okay.
say that.
No
Okay,
way.
Eunice. If Ronaldo gets a pen, let's say 89th minute in the World Cup final, and it's the same thing, are you gonna say, yeah, give him the pen?
Okay, listen.
Hell
I'm
no,
not mad.
man.
Hold on.
Hell
I'll say
no.
pen if it's
Barca
actually a
Volume
pen.
would be sending half of
Huh?
Twitter to
What
us
did
the
you
day
say?
after. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
no,
If
no,
it's
no,
an
no, no,
actual
no. You
pen,
don't-
it's a pen, bro. It's simple as that.
So you
Volume,
would give him the
volume,
pen.
turn
You
off,
would give
turn
him
off
the
your
pen.
thing if you're.
Yes.
I don't think you realize this.
All right, fair enough.
So
Anyway,
I mean,
well,
all
well,
I'm saying is
well,
we can
well,
debate. Go ahead, Omar. Go ahead, Omar.
No, what I
Sorry.
was gonna say was this debate, right? This is the point I made when I talked about them winning Portugal potentially winning the World Cup. If we're debating
I
this,
don't care about
now,
the debate, Omar. That's not
imagine
them to win.
imagine when Ronaldo has a World Cup, bro. Just win this
Omar,
debate.
Omar.
Brother, you got a dream. Like,
I
that's not
don't
this
want-
world, bro. You
Dude,
can't,
this
listen,
is
you
what
can
people-
always think
No
about
one
that
will be
stuff
saying,
when
you
you're
know,
not sober,
you know
Hold
what?
on.
All the Real Madrid
Come on
fans
now,
and
bro.
all the
Let me just
Cristiano
answer- let me
Ronaldo
just
fans,
answer
they
very
would be
quickly.
so shameless if Cristiano Ronaldo would have coasted through this World Cup and won this World Cup, even with all those pens, they would just give him as much credit as we're giving Messi. So it's a double standard.
Go ahead, Sam. Jump in.
I do not give a shit about him winning that World Cup because of the debate. Yeah, fuck that debate. Yeah, I don't give a toss. Yeah, fuck Messi as far as I'm aware. I just want him to win it. Yeah, because I want to see him winning one.
That's fine. I don't hurt Cristiano.
I don't give a toss with anyone. Bro, I don't give a toss. That guy came from flipping here all the way up here. Has no way.
Can I just tell you this?
He deserves one.
Sam. I swear this is the last thing I will say.
Let me finish.
We do have to move on. Let me grab these two supers.
Hold on. Can I just finish? Will?
Last word. Go ahead.
Real talk. Yeah, I just want him to win it so he can just end and retire in the best possible way because he deserves to have one.
Well, this is the only thing I'm going to say. I promise I'm not going to last too long.
You make it quick.
A few seconds. The only thing I'm going to say is this. Let me just remind everyone, dude. If Ronaldo wins the World Cup, I'm not going to lie, bro. Look at what Ronaldo did for Portugal compared to what Messi did for Spain, for Argentina. Because let's remember, Argentina were winning before Messi. They were already a superpower in world football. Portugal were not a superpower before Ronaldo came into the scene. They were going to World Cups here and there. But in fact, they went to 3 World Cups, only 3 before in their whole history before Ronaldo made his debut.
I think it's
and
2.
Since then, they've qualified for every single international tournament and won an international trophy, 2 of them. If he wins the World Cup,
3.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
3 international trophies.
That accomplishment for me, I feel like the accomplishment
underperforms in World
go
Cups
to another level because
Ronaldo
to win that with Portugal is ridiculous, bro. Look at Portugal's history for the people in the chat who are wondering, bro. Portugal were serious underachievers before Ronaldo came in. Serious, bro.
They had good teams. But they had good teams.
Trophies.
So this is what I'll say, Will. This is why I disagree with. This is where I disagree with Will. Is that I actually, for as much as people think that for us, no, it's not what you think. For as much as people think that I hate Ronaldo, right, and that I don't like him, I actually give him a lot of credit. I actually give him a lot of flowers. I actually disagree with Will that Portugal needs to bench Ronaldo to win the World Cup because I think that especially in crunch, like against really difficult teams, for example, when they had that final up against Spain, I really believe that if Portugal didn't have Ronaldo in that game, they never would have been Spain. He had a couple of runs where he was just smart football. One of them, he was capitalizing off Dean just being way deep on one run, and that's actually one of the Dean's mistakes on one of the goals that he just stayed and actually let Cristiano be onside. The other one was a smart play where he jumps in, he cuts into Cucurella. This is all just experience play and just moments of brilliance where just like people won't see it. People will see the top end, but they won't see the run. They won't see them staying on side. I think especially for World Cup games, you need as much experience as you can. And if he can still have that body, if he can still be fit and actually run, actually held his own, he doesn't have to be the best player, but he can still contribute when it comes to just having that experience, especially in a big game, like if a knockout or a final type of game, just like he did against Spain.
I mean, look, fair enough. Guys, let us know what you think.
That's the longest
this was just the intro, bro. We haven't really even gotten into
wow,
like what we were supposed
to.
The
longest intro I've ever seen in my life.
Perfectly fine, bro. The longest intro in history. But that's okay. Look,
30 minutes deep.
Good debate, guys. Big up to Mr. R. Says, where is Manny the handyman? The fuck does that mean? Am I reading this correctly?
Who's that? Never heard of her.
You gotta specify, bro.
I have no idea. Look, big up Mr. R though for the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. And then
Will, talking about Dave.
Says Messi has the most open play goals in history. That is phenomenal, brother.
Wait, Omar, who's he talking about?
So I don't know. There was this cartoon that used to go on Disney, right? Basically, it was like this Spanish carpenter, right? I think that's. I don't know if he's talking to Dave or he's talking to Valo. Who was talking? I think he might be talking to Dave because Dave is not here. But I think that's who he was talking.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing. Yeah.
All right, look, fair enough. Okay, so guys, look. Before we get into like this tier maker of like ranking the transfer business that each club has done, really, what are you guys saying, right? We are 3 games into La Liga, right? Real Madrid are currently sitting top. Barcelona dropped points in their last game. As of right now, going off the first 3 matches, who do you think looks better, Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Too early to say, I would say. It's too early to
I'm
say.
not gonna lie. I feel like it's one of those things where
No, but I understand what he's trying to say.
Because here's the thing, right? We both had one good game and 2 games where we're like, we could be better. You understand what I mean, right? Even though technically you guys have 1 or 3 games, let's be real. The performances, right? I would say one of the 2 games, I feel like you guys were more impressive, right? I don't think you guys were that much impressive, even though you won against Mallorca, and the Osasuna opening game wasn't that impressive either, even though you won those
defensively.
Like
we are way more.
Oviedo is the one where I feel like you guys really did turn up, right? And we only turned up in the Mallorca game. We won against Levante, but we had to come back and we drew against Mallorca. So I feel like we've been similar. You guys have taken advantage.
But I thought Real Madrid's better game was the last one, not Oviedo.
They had a lot of chances last game. They just couldn't put it away.
Mallorca,
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I have to say, man, 2-3 games, right? It's really interesting because in one side was one team that's won all the games, and of course, like it could be blown out of proportion, and then the other team didn't lose, but actually dropped points, and it can also be blown out of proportion. But what I will tell you though is that I'm really shocked about a few things. Number one, I'm shocked about how bad defensively Barcelona is, even because I didn't actually cry the Inigo Martinez exit that much because I didn't know how good he was going to be one more year into those legs anyways. So I'm really surprised of how bad defensively we've looked. That's the one thing that I would say, like more than just points and who looks better. I think Real Madrid, though, like the one thing that I'll give them is like 1 chance conceded, like 1 goal conceded. I mean, that's really impressive. But one more thing that I do want to say in regards to Real Madrid is that they actually played 2 games at home, and it has been against really suspect teams. Barcelona has done the same, but at least you can say with Barca, we've been playing on the road. All these games on the road are not easy. Levante, for as much as you want to make fun of them, they're not easy at home. Also, Rayo Vallecano in Vallecas, they're not easy at home either. When they play at home, they played incredible.
I actually think you guys playing Vallecano away helped you this match, because if this was at your ground, you don't get that penalty once VAR is checked. You're lucky.
Yeah, but that's the wrong way. No, that's the wrong way to look at it, because Barcelona plays much better at home than they do away. So like, and especially Rayo Vallecano, for like teams like Rayo Vallecano, these teams need their home crowd to be able to perform. So you can't just say one thing but the other one doesn't count. But at the end of the day,
of course. But what I'm saying is, being at Vallecano got you a point, because you should have left there with nothing.
Yeah, you're probably right. But if we would have gotten at home, we probably would have won. Because our record with Rayo Vallecano at home is not the same. Because in Vallecas, we've only won 1 out of 5 games, and at home, it's staggering. The difference is way lopsided. Barcelona side wins with Rayo Vallecano. They just don't win away from home against Barcelona. So that's what I'm saying.
Signs, though,
but that's what I was going to get to in my regards to like the defense, how they look, how Real Madrid has looked a little bit better. And now, like I said, it's hard to take away so many things.
Better, bro.
No, they have looked better. They have looked better up to right now, because Barcelona has more question marks than I would have thought going into my
teams up.
My predictions. I had no idea that Dani Olmo to 3 games was going to be suspect. That Rafinha was going to be looking like the Rafinha, like probably from Xavi, or even worse than Xavi.
Rafinha.
The last game from Rafinha is probably the worst game I've seen him play at Barcelona. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably Rafinha's worst game I've ever seen him play. Now, but there's some silver linings, because I've heard this and I like this. It's actually something I heard from a Real Madrid content creator, and he said this. He said, you know what? I'm actually more pissed off that Barcelona haven't lost any games, because. I think it's really interesting, because he said, can they play any worse? Because they have been playing really bad, and they've only dropped 2 points. I mean, you can say that, but up to this point, I think he's onto something, because what if this break gives Hansi Flick two more weeks to start getting things right? And how can we be any worse than Girona in this freaking league out of the course of 38 games? I don't think so. And right now we started this season. so bad to where we probably should have lost to Levante. We probably should have left the Rayo Vallecano. And at the end of the day, we have 7 points. Can we really play any worse than that? I think not. And Barcelona can only be better. And I think I think we're going to be turning the corner here next pretty soon.
Can I say something? But I'll say this too. When it comes to Barca, right? If you look at our 3 games, right? The 2 away games. I mean, listen. If you look at even in our previews, right? In my preview, I even mentioned we actually don't travel well in the 2 away games we went to 2 out of the 3 away games, right? At Mallorca, we have a good record away at Mallorca, right? So I was more confident in that game. The Levante, even though they're a promoted club, they've shown that in their stadium we don't have a good record over there, right? I remember in 2018 we were going on an invincible season and we lost over there, our first loss of the season in their stadium. So that's not the stadium we travel well, right?
Crazy game.
I hate that game.
Rayo Vallecano.
No,
I literally said it on the Chaos show. I said it on my channel before the games. I was saying that stadium, Vallecas, is a stadium that we struggle in all the time. Yeah, we've won there, here and there, but it's very rare for us to go there and win. You understand what I mean, right? And you saw it. It was a very, very intense atmosphere. We got away with it. Jean Garcia had to save us. We would have lost that game, right? But here's the thing. I'll say this though, Will, right? I think that when you look at your 3 away games, Real Madrid, right? You guys, 2 of those 3 away games were at home, right? You expected to win those 2 home games, right? The match away to Oviedo, a newly promoted club who haven't been in the league for decades. You understand what I mean, right? Obviously, as a new club, no one expected them to actually come and beat Real Madrid in their first try. You understand what I mean, right? So I look at the 3 games, and I think that you guys, let's be honest, the first 2 games, I feel like you guys had an easier 3 games than we did. I'm more interested in the games that are coming after the international because you guys are actually going to have tough away games. You understand what I mean, right? The Sociedad game away is going to be tough. You understand what I mean, right? The Atletico game away is going to be tough. Don't get it twisted. It's not going to be like a walk in the park like Oviedo was. I feel like this one is going to be one of those games where we're going to see how good Alonso really is because this is the game where you guys are going to get tested. You're going to like, you know how basically Rayo made us work.
Can I say something, bro?
How they made us work for that point. I feel like the Sociedad game, they're gonna make you work to go out to live there with anything.
Sociedad has been
shit. That game, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
First of all, bro. Girona, I think they would be in relegation zone this season. They have started the season terrible. They're losing to everyone. So Girona, it would be walk in the park for you guys, Barca. Easiest game in your life. But for Real Madrid, I have to say, like defensively, we are looking solid. I'm very happy because, like I've always said, our defense was our weak side last season, and now all of a sudden our defense is even looking better than our attack. But if our attack can get on the same level as our defense, then I would say we will have good chances of winning major trophies. When it comes to Barca, though, I think Hansi Flick has to realize quickly that the personnel he has in the defense are not suited to the system that he wants to use. He has to change his ways. If he insists on playing the same defensive setup as he has been doing in these 3 games, I'm telling you, if you face a big team with a decent attack, they will be hurting you. If you concede that many chances that you conceded against Rayo,
we know he's not doing that though. We know he's not changing up. Like he legit in the presser, right? And I don't blame Flick.
You should be worried.
No, but he legit said, Flick legit pointed out like the problems. He said the midfield and the offense. He didn't say the defense. My point is,
then I don't know. Maybe he's sleeping. He needs to wake up and he has to do that quickly.
Do you know what it is?
Otherwise, he would be in trouble.
Like, do you know what it is? For me, I'm gonna be real. I ain't worried about Real Sociedad whatsoever. I ain't. I think
dust
we'll
them away.
Yeah, we'll swipe them. We'll swipe them away. Here's the thing. I think Real Madrid, as soon as Jude comes back, I think that attack's gonna go up another level.
Not according to some Madrid fans. Jude
but again, I don't give a shit if he's not the most, if Jude ain't the most technically gifted footballer. I really couldn't care less because I think people are gonna. I think this season people will realize now. If you didn't already, you're gonna realize this season how much Jude Bellingham actually is important for this team. Now, what I think will, like I said, when he does come back, if we can get the attack to be more fluid and we can involve our midfield more in the attack, you can have what's it called? You have Fede Valverde getting more involved. You know, he can get some goals in. You can have Arda now creating more, getting more assists. He can start scoring more goals. Bellingham comes in as well. Yeah, alongside Mbappé, then you've got Vinny. You can bring on Rodrigo, Gonzalo Garcia, Endrick, all these guys. Yeah, like I like what I'm seeing so far. I just hope that this consistency keeps going on, and all that. That's all I'm hoping for. If we can do that, bro, I have no doubt that we can actually do something good.
Yeah, what I would say is that I'll say slightly Real Madrid so far playing better, but the reason why is because it's not even. I don't think Real Madrid offensively has shown us too much, but it's just the defense and I think Volume said it before. Like you can try out and experiment stuff when your defense is stable. When it's a lockdown, right? Like
Eunice, his experiment. He's not going to be able to experiment too much anymore. Why?
You're right.
The tough period is now coming up.
But Sam,
from Villarreal, all right, from Villarreal and downwards. If you take Atletico away, from Villarreal and downwards, that's when a tough period starts. That is when a tough period starts.
Tough games.
Until all those games until Rayo away, that's our tough period. If my man survives that period, Eunice, then I can stand and I can tell him, yo, do you know what? Yeah. You're on to business.
We will win the league.
Yeah, no, but just go for it. I mean, this would be a better top. I gotta say, after 10 games, but after 3 games, right? Small sample size. I think Real Madrid is fair to stay, right? Real Madrid's probably been a bit better because the defense. That's the biggest gap. Let's be honest. Barca is still, I think, scored 8 goals. Like that, 7 goals. That's not bad.
We scored 6.
But it's the chances that we concede. Now, the thing with Barcelona is that. I think our pressing has been a lot off. I feel like that's actually a bigger issue than the high line because when you don't press well, now the high line exposed. If you press well, nobody cares about the high line. You press well, you win the ball back.
In my life I would see Real Madrid press better than Barca. Never.
Is Rafinha just one season wonder, my brother? Is he?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll find out the season. We'll find out.
Yeah. I think it's too early to say.
Yeah, that's too crazy to say.
That's why I said
I don't think. Because the numbers that Rafinha put up last season were so ridiculous that I don't see him being able to match that. But in terms of his impact, I do think it will go down a bit because I don't think he's that level of player to do that multiple seasons. Now, if he does, then that would be very shocking. Well, of course, to me,
if Rafinha does it again, he is legit. Like that's actually him now. But that's kind of crazy. This is the thing. If Rafinha can get me 20 goals and 12 assists, I'll be happy. I don't need the 35 and 25. Like that's insane. Like I don't expect him to do that again. And also to be fair, right? We're gonna talk about transfers later on, right? Yeah. That's why we got Rashford to kind of pitch in. Some of the goals because Lewandowski's gonna deteriorate.
Big up Carnage, Mawada.
How is this? Hold up. Let's be honest. Be honest, Carnage, right?
Brother,
What's that, brother?
Actually, it's not.
Brother,
this guy stinks.
Well, I know this is your channel. This is not cool, man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
How many clips do you have?
How much more, bro?
How many clips do you have?
Forget about it.
Just play the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? But
nah. I'm just messing, bro. It's crazy. I don't even run the clips as much as I be wanting to. I just always forget. But
nah, bro. All I was saying is that
you don't run the clip whenever when we talk about Barca, you fraud.
No, it's because he brought up Rashford. That's why. Because he, Rashford contributing.
All right, Eunice, did you see that shot Rashford tried to do against Rayo? Yeah, when he tried to do that Ronaldo thing, yeah, and he's.
But hold up, guys. Can I be real? Why are we so critical on Rashford, who's barely played? Even
because he's getting 260,000 euros.
Hold up, though. But when Rafinha,
he's sucking money out of your club, bro.
This is my problem, though. You guys are critical on Rashford, who's barely getting minutes in the preseason and in the season so far.
Yeah, because he fucking sucks.
Hold up, though. But Rafinha's actually starting games
outside the club.
No. This all this focus should be directed on Rafinha because as much as he has
Rafinha 0 out of 10 against Rayo.
Rafinha's actually been bad though. This is a thing where I feel sorry for Lamine Yamal because the left hand side we cannot play through there because Rafinha cannot beat his man. While Lamine Yamal, even though I'm saying he's kind of been in a slump, he has everything to do. Lamine Yamal has to
gave Rafinha a 0 against Rayo Vallecano. I gave him a 0.
Okay, but this is my thing. You can't criticize and kill a bench player off the bench at the end of the day. Like, let's be honest. His impact.
You can if he comes on and he does nothing. Then you can.
Okay, but dude, against Levante, he was our best attacker the first like 15 minutes, and then he got sacrificed. Let's be honest, bro. And then Rafinha, everybody don't want to speak about it, but his performances haven't been there, and I feel like it's actually affecting Lamine Yamal too. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you say? How good was Rafinha against Levante in your opinion? What would you give him there?
You know what's funny, Sam, right? I was telling people even this before the season even started. I said, you know what it is with Rafinha, yeah? As much as I could, obviously, people talk about Rafinha last season, putting in the Ballon d'Or competition. I mean, listen, he was last season, right? He was on form, he was on smoke, absolutely, right? But see, if you watch football for a long time, you know that sometimes this happens in football, where a player who's relatively, I wouldn't call him mid, but just a player who, you don't really expect.
Has this breakout massive.
Yeah. And then one day they just have this season where they just defy all odds and just start scoring goals like crazy, all right? But then they just fall off a cliff this season after. So I'm like, you know what it is with me and Rafinha, yeah? I was sitting there saying, listen, Rafinha cooked last season. He proved me wrong. He proved why he should be at the club. Okay, cool. But here's the thing, man. You are a threat of being a one-season wonder. So this season, I'm not saying you should put 50 GA, but brother, at least put 25. At least so that we can be out.
Omar, my point is this, Omar. Omar, I don't think you get my point, bro. I'm saying everybody's got the smoke for Rashford. Dog, he just walked through the door. He just came, bro.
Bro, but let's be real. Let's be real, bro. This guy, hold on. This guy, Sam, you know why that is? It's because we are a team that has just won a domestic treble. We are one of the best teams in Europe, right? We're doing well, and we're signing a player in Rashford who was playing for a club that finished 15th last season, and that club have been desperate to try to give him to us. When a team is so desperate to give you a player, bro, maybe that's not a good sign, especially if that team is not doing well. Of course. So obviously, from the moment he came in, we knew the slander was gonna come from literally the moment he signed on the dotted line. And that's what's happening.
Let's be honest.
Every game he's going to be on the
Let's be honest. He doesn't help himself when he comes off the bench and he don't even perform well. Let's just be honest, mate. He doesn't help himself.
Okay, but maybe he should be starting. That's all I'm gonna say. I
think he's gonna do even worse, mate. I seriously don't see. Bro,
I hope.
Rashford.
Okay. Who's better?
I just feel like we just overreact to things.
Genuinely,
all of a sudden, dude, through 3 weeks, at least Rafinha has how many GAs? 3 or 2 or 3 GAs already in 3 games, and I'm already hearing. I'm not trying to go at Omar or anything, but it's just like. I just feel like the overreaction, like it's 3 games, and it's not like Rafinha has been like no stats or no goals or anything like that. It's just like, okay, he had a couple of games where he didn't play great. Last game, I thought he was his worst game of the season, of probably since Hansi Flick. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, if Rafinha doesn't get, dude, last season when Rafinha played great, I said it, like, dude, it's not like Rafinha played bad when under Xavi. Like even under Xavi, he was still playing. He was one of the players who was always playing his heart out. He was always running, always pressing, and he was one of the players who was still scoring goals at a consistent rate. And I don't know why all of a sudden Rafinha.
I think you're missing the point.
Was playing good. I never said that was a one-season wonder.
No, see, Basa Volume, you're missing the point. I'm not sitting here saying this guy's gonna flop this season. He's gonna be a one-season wonder. But let's be clear here, right? I think that Rafinha he's not been necessarily terrible in a Barcelona shirt. I wouldn't say he's been a terrible signing and all of that. I'm not going as far as that, right? He was a player that was just okay, right? He had his moments where he did turn up in certain games. You understand what I mean, right? I remember even in the PSG game, right, which we lost, right, 4-1.
Why is he on such a short leash, though?
No. But this is the point. You're missing the point, right? Let's be clear.
He was amazing.
He went from last season, before the start of the season, he went from being here, and then he just went to another level.
That's true.
Right? He went to an elite level where he was being put in the Ballon d'Or conversation. You would have never put Rafinha in a Ballon d'Or conversation before last season. You understand what I mean, right? So now that he's put that expectation there, now people are gonna, okay, we saw you last season, that we know that you can have a Ballon d'Or season. Okay, let's see what you do this season. So every performance, every single game, people are going to be looking at you. It comes with being at that level where you're playing at the top level. You understand what I mean, right? Everything you're doing is going to be good. I don't want him to be one season wonder, Barcelona. I hope to God that this season he puts around 25 to 30 GA. I will still take it. I'll be like, you know what? He didn't put 50 GA, but hey, 30 GA this season.
Omar, I got a question. Hey, Barca volume. Okay, so you're saying the overreaction with Rafinha, which is fair, but like, don't you feel like in a way like people are overreacting to Rashford? Like the guy hasn't had that many minutes.
1000%. Two things can be true. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, it's funny because look, it's all because of the money. Like even Matrix said it, and even Will said it. It's because of the money. It's almost like if this money was coming out of their pockets. Like, okay, so Barcelona found a way to bring on a player who could work, who could not work, but Barcelona had budgeted this money for Nico Williams. I've said this many times before. Barcelona had that money that they budgeted for Nico Williams, which is roughly 12 to 14 million per season.
Yeah, but it still makes it a bad deal.
You know what? We're desperate. We need to make a move. And this is, I'm not saying this is right, by the way. I'm saying this is what they did. They said, when I put this money on this player and it's on a loan, if it doesn't work out, we have this budget to put it into another player next season. So the fact that you guys hold Rashford to such a high standard for whatever reason, it's ridiculous. Because at the end of the day,
that makes no sense.
How is that?
Because when you pay players,
you're playing for FC Barcelona.
Hold on, Sam.
How is that ridiculous?
Brother, he's not even playing.
When you pay players a certain amount of money, right? When you bring in a guy from Manchester United, mind you, Manchester United were desperate for goals. They were desperate.
What does that tell you about it?
You told me he was going to start.
But did I say he's going to start right
Yeah,
away?
you said he's going to start because he's making so much money. And I said,
did I say, hold on?
No, he's not. I'm saying just because we're paying him doesn't mean he's going to start.
No. But I do believe that Rashford will eventually become a starter. I do feel that Rafinha will get.
Yes, he is, bro. I'm telling you guys right now.
Bro, Barcelona would not. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Right.
What would be the reason to agree to bring him to your team, make him your 5th highest paid player, to just hold bench the entire season?
Out of desperation, Will. The club wanted to sign.
Sometimes Barcelona makes these decisions that nobody understands.
Will, you got to remember where we were.
I've been listening a lot while you guys have been talking.
Okay, Will, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, right?
Yes.
Barcelona, if you're telling me that they only had 3 left wingers that they had on their short list, then your board's very incompetent, right?
But that's the thing. They were, Will. That's the truth.
I'm not done talking. If you're telling me that it's Nico Williams, Luis Diaz, and then Marcus Rashford, then your board or your scouts did not do their job. You could have gotten a cheaper alternative for somebody else to come off the bench and make an impact.
I agree with you.
When somebody is making $260K a week, they're going to be held to different standards, right? For example, I make jokes about Rooney Bargy, right? Just because I just like to poke fun at you guys. I don't have expectations for him. He cost 2 million euros. So he's not going to be talked about or criticized the same way that you would a Marcus Rashford. Now, if Rooney Bargy was bought for 75 million, then yes, he would have high expectations because of the money. Why are we acting like money does not back
Why has happened to Rooney Bargy?
We've been doing this chaos show throughout the transfer window. How many times have I come on this stream and call out Deco, bro? This is the shit that I was calling out, bro. We had 3 players that we know the club we're talking about as options. Luis Diaz and it was Marcus Rashford. Those were the 3, Will. This is why I was saying, why are we not looking at the Lookman? Why are we not looking at this guy? I was the one that was bringing those options, Will. I was the one that was bringing up those options saying, hey, let's go for this guy, let's go for that. Because the club were not actually serious in trying to look at those players like
what's happened to
you understand what I mean, right? We get rejected by Nico Williams. Right? Then Luis Diaz goes to Bayern Munich. All of a sudden now, we only have one option. The one option that we have is Rashford. So the club then decide, okay, well, we have to go and sign someone because remember, when Yamal's, do you guys remember Yamal's number 10 live stream? They were Deco out in the chat. There was literally flooded with Deco out,
hilarious.
right? And then literally a few days later, we agree at terms with Manchester United to bring Rashford. I'm telling you, Will, this was a desperation move from the club because they were trying to get an attacker.
Omar, this is my point, though. This is my point. Rashford just walked in Brother, he hasn't even played a full game, technically like 90 minutes, like minutes in total. Bro, he just walked in. You guys are criticizing this guy like crazy. Well, I'm saying Rafinha has actually had a lot of minutes and he hasn't really played well. Bro, let him actually relax, sit down. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple of, bro, he just came through. That's my thing. I feel like this is way too critical. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, it's not like our attack and we've been playing good. It's not like Pedri, Frankie, Yamal, Dani Olmo, they're all balling out, and Rashford's missing like sitter after sitter, like nonstop. It's not like that.
Cool, but
so,
Eunice, where's Ronnie then? Why can't you just bring him off the bench? Where is he?
Ronnie Barkley wasn't even registered, dog. Like he wasn't even registered. He just
so you bought him and you can't even register him.
No, he's registered now. He wasn't registered the first 2 games.
Oh wow.
Yes, yeah, like 2 days ago or something.
I saw a report today.
I don't see him playing, to be honest.
Look,
I don't think he
saw
gets
a
minutes
report
like
today
that.
that
He's gonna play like 10, 11 games.
Listen, I saw a report today that he can actually wear 3 different numbers because he already had number 19 in the preseason, and then I don't really remember. Like it was it 28? Because he would get a number in the B team as well.
Yeah, because I think we signed him to academy contract. It's kind of like the master.
Yeah, he signed to the academy. He's registered to the B team, not to the A team.
Yeah.
All right, yo, guys, let us know what you're saying about that. Look, definitely interesting debate. We do have one more thing to get into, right? We're going to look at the transfer business that both our clubs have done, right? Again, like I said earlier, not just talking about who's come in, also talking about who's left. Now, we have.
I have to shoot, but there's something I gotta go do.
All right, big up, Sam. Big up.
Big up, Sam.
We'll talk next week.
Yes, sir. All right, so now there's 4 categories, right? Pretty self-explanatory: great, good, mid, and trash, right? Now it's 4 of us up here. So we'll do majority. So I'm not gonna really vote too much. But we'll leave it between you 3, right? To kind of agree on where to put these guys. All right.
Right.
Okay. And chat, let us know what you guys are saying as well. So the first player that's here is Álvaro Carreras.
I think he'll be a great signing, but for now I'll put him good. For now, but I think he'll be a great signing. Because dude, this guy was great at Benfica. I think he was a steal when you guys signed him. I remember.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Dude, no, I'm not lying. At Benfica, I rated him. very highly.
Okay. At Benfica, so. All right. So do we all?
So okay. So what do you guys say?
I'm gonna say good. I don't think great. Like
good for now. Yeah. Let's just put him for good for now. We will analyze that at the end.
He's good at Benfica, to be fair.
Okay. I feel like at the end of the season we'll come back.
Yeah. So this is just what you thought of the signing when it was first made, because we don't have a large sample size to say whether it's gonna work.
For me, I would have put him in great because I saw him at Benfica, so I was like, "Yo, that signing."
All right, fair enough.
All right, Rashford, good is fine. Good is
who
fine.
we just talked about, Rashford.
Who?
Rashford. Yeah, Rashford.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. For now, bro. He was a desperate signing, bro. Let's just put him in the bottom.
I'm gonna say mid. Hear me out. The deals, the
trash, my brother.
Now hold up. Let me just say my case. All right.
Go ahead.
Let me just say my case because I think all 3 of you guys don't like the deal at all.
Go ahead, bro.
The details, the contract details, it's not that good. We're paying him a lot of money. All the Barca reporters lied to us, basically telling us that he's only going to make 5 mil. They capped to us. Like, let's be real. He's making a lot of money. He took a small pay cut. It's not as big as they told us, right? But at the same time, we needed one other guy to come from the attack. Like Rafinha, do we expect him to have a monster season? Same with Lewandowski. Nobody wants to speak about it, but Lewandowski dropped, I think, 43 goals last season. So I think both of them are going to fall off a bit. And this is where Rashford, right, and like other guys, I don't know if Ronnie Barty's going to play that much, but like this is where Rashford, I understand the deal. And Omar, hold up, Omar. I know you might.
I'm not saying anything.
Hold on. But you're shaking your head. Let me just say this. Everybody was calling out. Everybody. You cannot just say Rashford, I don't like the deal. But everybody was crying out for Lamine Yamal and Rafinha to get rest. That's all I'm gonna say. So now you got one more winger, right? Okay. Rafinha and Yamal. Now we can rotate a bit. I'm gonna say mid because I don't like the details, but we needed a guy. I don't even care if
he's called Rashford for a reason.
Matrix, before you go, Matrix, let me just answer quickly, okay? Let's be clear here. No. Hold on. Here's the thing, man. We just signed a player in Rashford, paying him over 6 million, right? A player who wasn't even are considered good enough for a club that finished 15th last season, right? For a club that have like that just last season were so close to winning every single trophy last season, right? We could have gone to the transfer window. There were other options. There were Lookmans who would have been a much better option than Rashford, right? Rashford right now, the confidence is in the floor, bro. The guy can only get better. That's the thing, bro. We are not expecting this guy to come in and cook. You understand what I mean, right? This is the point here. This guy was an underwhelming signing, whether we like it or not. You can talk to me about what he did 2-3 seasons ago. I'm talking about what he's done recently. And recently, this guy has been terrible. You understand what I mean, right? He's shown that he's not reliable. You understand what I mean, right? So for me, I'm sorry. He wasn't our first option, and he wasn't our second option. You understand what I mean? So for me, he's gonna be trash, bro.
Oh, but Omar, let me respond to that real quick, Omar. Right? This is my thing. All right, you guys are saying, "Oh, look at his past. He hasn't been that good." Brother, Rafinha before Flick. If we're being honest, Ferran before Flick. Like, why are you guys not making these same excuses for the other guys?
All right, fine, bro. Listen, if he proves you, like I said, we're not gonna spend too much time in this. We'll analyze this when the season is over. Because we'll do another tier list at the end of the season, right?
Trash.
Let's
put him in trash right now.
You know what it is? I have to say this, Omar. I have to say, everybody be capping about Ferran. Nobody liked him, bro. So stop capping.
No, bro. I already know that. I didn't like him. No one
like crazy goal. That's why
lock him up in that trash can.
Move on, Will. Next one.
I bet. I don't think.
All right, next we got Trent.
I would say good.
That was a great sign. Come on. Let's be real. It was a great sign.
I would say good.
We can talk shit about it.
Nah, I'm okay. Wait, but Matrix Trent. So in my opinion, I think it has to be considered great, right?
I think only two players.
We signed one of the best. No. We're not talking about the performances so far. We're talking
about the signing itself. That's
amazing.
The signing itself was a great signing.
We got Trent for 10 million euro, and we only paid that to get him in for the group stage of the Club World. He'd have came for zero. This is
if you think that way, then for sure, great signing for free, basically for free, and he's worth. I would say he's close to 100 million player.
Yeah,
easy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Put him in great, bro. I'm sorry. Trent is great, whether you like him or not. Obviously, we can talk shit. Obviously, I'm gonna throw my digs here and there, but let's be clear here. You guys are signing one of the best right backs in the world.
This man said mid. This guy Callum fucking idiot.
No, minimum good.
Imagine signing arguably the best right back in the world.
That's what I'm saying. He is one of the best right backs in the world. It's great, Will.
This guy's a
10 million.
It's great. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's
4
great.
million more than Rashford.
You can't even use this. Is the thing. It's not even like there's actually nothing to hate on because they didn't even pay that much. So
and his wages aren't crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
Liverpool offered him way more salary than we are giving him.
I think he's on like what 210 or something.
They offered him 300 plus a week.
Yeah.
I would say like Salah money, though, and he's still rejected.
All right, next. Who's next?
All right. Okay, so now we have the first outgoing, which is Inigo.
No, wait. So are we talking about what the impact of them leaving?
Basically,
like great.
Like,
so
basically, it's at the time of this. Like, basically, what did you think about the deal? Right? Like, that's just how it is. So this is now Inigo Martinez joins Al Nassr.
Oh, okay. Trash because he should have never.
Great Carnage, great.
No, put bias aside, bro. Matrix, come on, listen. I'm not gonna be biased to the Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Be real. Inigo Martinez was one of the best centre backs in the league last season.
In the world,
we let him go on a free. So
in the world,
not
in the league. In the world,
and he left on a free. So yeah, trash.
If I'm being real. If I'm being real, bro, this is lower than trash. Like, brother, this is like, you know what it is? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Carnage, Will, you know what you got to do right now, bro? You got to make another tier.
Inigo.
And it's like donation, giveaway tier. Because, bro, what is it? Is this like a donation, a giveaway?
Yeah.
For free?
Disaster tier, Will. You got to put the disaster tier below.
Yeah, bro, this is like worse than trash.
It's all good. Well, you don't have to put it in, man. You don't have to.
Okay, I was about to say. Let me think. Let me see. Okay. Yes.
Bro, thinking about it.
Okay.
It was that
go play with Ronaldo. Enjoy your life, bro.
Who's next? Who's next?
This is Huijsen.
Oh, this. Oh, you know what? I'll say good sign.
This is above Trent.
He was obviously he's a great signing from Bournemouth, but for now, I'll just put him good for just stature. I'll put him good.
Mavada, he has to be.
We will analyze. Listen, if he cooks this season, he'll be a great signing after the season is over.
No. So the thing is, right? In hindsight, it's a great deal because of how he just came in. But at the time that we signed him,
it was a good signing.
Let's not act like we said it was a good signing. We didn't say it was great.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. For a signing, it was a good signing. If he, at the end of the season, if he cooks, then it will be a great signing because he's proven.
I think, the issue that people are having right now is because they're going based off the games that we've already played.
Yes,
so everybody that's watching, right?
I'm just going
we're not analyzing his performances per se,
yes,
right? We're talking about at the time that the deal was made, how would you have ranked it? I didn't remember anybody saying.
Can I say something?
Yo, I'm sorry. I have to say this, right?
Wait.
Guys, look at this. The Inigo and Rashford deal. How could they be next to each other? Come on, bro. Rashford was not that bad of a deal. Bro, that's crazy.
Because, hold on. I don't think Jonas understands how the rules work, bro. First of all, the departure of Inigo was why he's a trash because we didn't want to let him go. That's why he's there with Rashford. It's not that the signing. I think you're missing the way the rules work.
Bro.
I think
that should not be in the same tier. That's all I'm saying. That one is way worse than the other.
Can I make a point?
Will, good signing. I'm gonna say good for Dean.
Look. In the time that we signed Dean Huijsen, Mavada, we were all of us. We were crying for a center back. Okay, and we didn't only get the center back. We got the hottest prospect out there. The hottest center back prospect out there, Mavada. Wait, I'm making a point.
Go ahead. Finish,
Relax. 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Let me speak. Let me talk, Mavada. Let me talk. We got the hottest prospect, Mavada, yeah, and all the big teams were after him. All of them were after him. The Premier League teams, Mavada, Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, all of them, they had contracts on the table weeks before Real Madrid came into the play. True. And we get the deal done in 48 hours. Like the report came out like 2 days. The report came out that, Real Madrid maybe want to enter the race for Dean Huijsen. And then 2 days after that, we got the here we go already. It was wrapped up. So, Mavada, Dean Huijsen, amazing signing. Even better than great so far. At the end of the season, he would be considered, I would say, top 10 center-back in the world.
Okay. Matrix. Okay, so Matrix, here's the thing, right? I obviously know when you guys signed him, I thought it was going to be a good. Trust me, I thought you guys signed. When you guys signed him, I was like, that definitely got my attention when you guys signed him. You understand what I mean? Because I saw him at Bournemouth, amazing center back, and yes, he was being linked to other clubs. Other clubs were very much interested. But here's the thing, right? When you look at the rule that Will's put, right, he's talking about basically in the eyes of the fans when the signing was made, not what he's been doing. Because if we're just going to judge from what we've seen so far, yes, we could put him in great signing, right?
Okay, wait, hold on, Omar.
But as a signing, wait, let me just finish. Right?
Wait, hold on.
I just want to finish with this
because it piggybacks off like what you said, just like really quickly, brother. Sorry. Do you guys think I should then change the criteria then? Since we've
no. The criteria for now is fine because it's for now. We're not judging.
I know, but like since like we've seen them play already, then should that also be factored in? Because
I feel like it's too early, Will, because these players can still go on to improve or get worse. You understand what I mean, right? So I feel like we need to just judge the signing for now for what we thought of them when they were signed. You understand what I mean, right? And then at the end of the season, when we got the whole season over, right, then we can judge where this guy's tier is, right? But for me, the point I'm making is, if you guys had signed, here's the thing, Matrix, right? You guys signed in Huijsen. Great, it was a signing you needed because your defense last season was poor, right? But now compare that to if you guys had signed Saliba, it would have been different. Because signing Saliba would have been a statement. You understand what I mean, right? It would have been a statement. So that would have been
this one was a statement too, Omar.
That would have been a great signing because it was a statement signing of like signing one of the best defenders.
But this one was a statement signing.
But but here's the thing. Then Huijsen is not the best defender one of the best defenders in the world yet. He could become that at the end of this season.
I know.
But for now, he's a good signing for now. That's what I'm saying. For now. But we will talk about this when the season is over.
Mavada, look, I told you a lot of teams had the contract for him ready for weeks. We came into the play in 2 days. We closed the deal and we just grabbed him, Mavada. That's a statement. We made the statement in the market. When we enter the market,
it's fine.
Mavada, when we enter the race is over. This is what happens. We have been proving that
But nobody's
multiple times
arguing
on the
that,
market.
Matrix. Nobody's
All right, yeah.
arguing.
So let's make a decision, people. Let's make a decision.
Good signing
Matrix,
for me.
You're saying great.
I'm saying it's even above Trent.
All right,
That's my
so great.
honest truth.
Like Omar, you're saying good.
For me, good signing for where he was when you.
Okay, and Jonas, like, what are you saying? Tiebreaker here.
He's better than Trent. He's a better signing than Trent. He's more necessary. He's definitely great.
Okay.
Even if
Trent's
Trent's
more of a necessity. I do.
Bro, it's actually better than Trent because Trent's like good, but bro, you guys were dying for a center back. Like you guys.
All
really
right.
need him.
Okay.
All right, look, we'll put him in great.
Okay.
Jean Garcia, I think this is great.
Oh, great signing.
Great.
signing.
Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah.
Oh,
Great.
come
I mean,
He's
like,
the
Jonas,
signing we
you
needed
wouldn't argue
before.
against that, right?
Yeah, well, he's a signing we needed even before we even saw his performance.
Facts.
He was a signing we needed even before.
Yeah.
You feel me, right? So yeah, great signing, bro. Great.
Nah,
The
Young
most.
Garcia is different, bro. You already seen why. Like this is why we needed him, bro.
Did you see how we celebrated when we signed him? Well, I was sitting here having like the time of my life when I heard that we signed him, because I was just like, bro, we finally got this goalkeeper. That's it. I didn't even care. I was like, I didn't even see him play yet.
Hey,
I was like, yo,
not even. Young Garcia is
goalkeeper. It's just
Young Garcia is a better signing than Trent and Huijsen, bro. He is.
Huh?
Yeah, listen.
Yes.
Don't bring
It
don't
is.
bring that.
I'm not kidding.
Let's see, Jonas.
Don't do that, Jonas. Don't do that.
Let's see.
I think
Hold on.
health is more important.
I don't want to talk
Yes,
now. I don't want to
go for it.
talk now. I want to wait until the season is over.
No,
If
okay,
Young
look.
Garcia
Hold
has-
on, wait. But Jonas, the reason that I would disagree, let's
ahead.
say if you didn't get Jean Garcia,
No.
at least you still had Szczęsny, who you saw last season can
Bro,
perform
come
at
on.
a high level in Flick's system.
He was
If we
okay.
didn't sign Dean Housen, brother,
Hmm.
we'd still be out there with Rudiger and Asensio. And have you seen them over the last few months?
Bro.
I mean,
At least
yeah.
you
Listen,
have-
I'm not gonna get into this
No.
debate,
Look,
bro.
see, of course, Jean Garcia is better than Szczęsny. But at least you had a goalkeeper that you saw works with what Flick wants to do.
But Szczęsny's not all that, bro. If we're being honest, he's just.
No,
I mean, Will, I'll say this.
Okay.
You know what it is. You know what the problem is, Will, right? If you
Yeah.
you know what it is, Will, right? I think Szczęsny was doing a good job. He was doing an amazing job,
Yeah.
right? For his signing. But here's the thing, Will. He wasn't breaking like I would say one game, the Benfica game when we won 1-0 was the one where I was like, yo, that is where for me Szczęsny showed incredible like performance, right? But if you look at where he was coming from, we had Peña and Ter Stegen who were just absolutely trash, Will, right? Anything consistent was gonna be better than what we had. That's why we were so happy to have Szczęsny, because Szczęsny was just doing the basis well. You understand what I mean, right? But listen, when it comes to the Jean Garcia, whether he's going to be a better signing than the signings you guys have made, I'm going to wait for that at the end of the season. You understand what I mean,
It's
right?
a great deal, regardless.
Yes,
Bro,
yes.
we needed it, bro. Not just one summer. This Huijsen thing, this Trent thing, it's like one summer y'all needed it. Bro, we needed this for years, like 2 years minimum. So it's definitely a great signing.
Okay.
Who's next?
All right. Next, we have Franco Mastantuono. What are we saying?
Let's put mid for now, because he
Mid.
was-
I
he
would
was-
say
he
mid
was-
as
he
well
was-
for now.
He's a potential.
This is
Potential.
debatable.
It's
To be
potential.
fair, when we first signed him, I said good because of his potential, but I didn't really have expectations for him.
No, it's
And seeing how he's
potential, so
played
you can
so
make it, you might
far,
not make it. That's why I just said mid for
I
now.
would say about mid, to be fair.
for now.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
I don't think is it crazy to say I don't think he's as talented as people think. Like I think he's very talented, but like
But he's still
there's,
young.
like,
He's still young.
there's
He's still
levels
raw.
to it too. There's
He's
a
still
thing
raw. Barca.
He has played two
Barca,
games,
yeah.
Jonas. We need to
He's
be
No, no,
He's
I
still raw.
I-
He's gonna
no,
learn.
he's very
gonna get better.
talented. But like I don't know. Like for example, like do you think he's like as talented as Güler? Like I don't think so.
He
to
could
honest.
be. He could be.
Wait,
We
in
don't know
this
yet.
type when you talk about this type of players like Endrick and Arda Güler and this
Yeah.
man, I give them 3 seasons. You have 3 seasons, and then I will judge you fully if you are Real Madrid level or not. They need time to adapt. They need time to mature up a bit. Not everyone is Lamine Yamal that can fire immediately
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
16
Yeah,
years old.
Facts.
I mean, funny
These
enough,
team-
do you know who
they
taught
need
me patience,
time, bro.
Matrix?
What did you say?
I said Vinicius taught me patience. Because if
There you
I
go.
was,
Vinicius,
bro,
I
to
was
the cup,
Perez,
bro.
Vinicius was a Flamengo. Vinicius was a Flamengo, right? Winning.
Yeah.
I think he won the Copa
We
Libertadores there.
signed
Then
him
Yes.
before
yeah,
he-
then he went to Real Madrid and had like
Yeah,
3
but we
years
signed-
before we really started to see him show.
yeah, but we
any
signed
kind of-
Vinícius before he ever debuted
Yes,
for Flamengo's
exactly.
first
And you remember, Will, you guys were very patient. This is why I said the Franco thing. Be patient, because here's the thing: the guy when he was at River Plate, he was the youngest player to debut for River Plate. Right, he was a younger goal scorer in the
Argentina, too.
Argentinian league, so he's got a track record out there in South America of being a player who's got a great ceiling. So
Hostile
that's why I'm like,
environment
now
as
I don't
well.
want to judge him because I've only seen 3 games from him. Right, I want to
Two.
give him like a
Two
season or
games.
2 or 3. You know, when he's in his 20s,
played
when
two
he's in his
games.
20s,
You saw
then I'm
River
out there.
play. The
Three
couple-
games. 3 games. Yes.
Yeah.
But
He
you want to know a
put in every
fact,
match
bro?
so
You want
far.
to know a fact? You know, we paid exactly the same amount for Franco Mastantuono as we paid for Vini. Both of
Yeah,
them
so
45
no,
million
40,
euros.
you know, you guys spent 40 million on Vinny. 40.
No. Rodrigo was 40.
45,
Vinny was
I think.
45.
Oh, 45. So how much did you guys spend on Franco? I thought Franco was 660.
45. Franco was
45.
45 euros. Well,
45
45
Bro,
million
I just,
euros.
you know what, guys? I'm actually not even trying to. I think he's gonna be a good player. I don't see superstar in him. Like that's
All right, look.
Hey, listen, man, it's
don't
opportunity,
really
potential.
He could
sometimes
surprise
not.
me.
Yes.
Vinny surprised me.
Yeah.
I promise
All
you
the
guys.
time,
I
bro.
never thought, bro. I promise.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Next, we got Pau Victor. You guys sold him to Braga
Oh.
for like 12 million, right? That's gotta be good business, right?
Wait,
Yeah,
that's
good
good
business.
business.
Good
But
business
like,
for
where we
12
gonna
million.
put him?
For a player
Like
who wasn't even playing at all for Barcelona.
Yeah, that's
I
good
would say
business.
I'll say
It's
good.
good business.
Good business.
Yeah,
good business.
rare. Yeah, you know what it is? It's a rare Deco W. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
Good business, man. I'm not even
Okay.
joking. How do you get 12 million?
All right, next we got Pablo Torre. You sold him for 5 million.
Bad. Mid.
5 million
Trash.
mid.
Or trash, honestly. You could put him trash. I'm not
Trash,
even
bro.
joking.
Trash.
You
All right, wait,
Trash.
pick one.
Could
You
have
pick
been
one,
this
pick
one.
one.
Fine, trash, fine.
Bro, I'll pick trash. I think Pablo Torres.
Okay, so why is that
very
trash?
underrated.
Go ahead.
Because he did. This
Can I
is
say
happening. Go ahead. You go.
Okay, the reason why I'm saying Pablo Torre it's a trash what's it called business is because Pablo Torre has shown like in the future opportunities, right? Like you guys, right, killing Rashford earlier. Pablo Torre actually does very good in the few opportunities that he gets. He's a flipping good player.
Exactly.
He's a set piece specialist. He's a
I do
playmaker.
remember them hyping up Pau
Brother,
Victor.
you know, before we got Dani Olmo, honestly, I thought he was better than Fermin, and obviously, hindsight, Fermin's better than him now. But I thought Pablo Torre was going to be way better, and he's still showing flashes. Xavi and Flick, just never trusted him, and that's why I think honestly, 5 mil. I just don't like that. We could have at least got 12.
No, but here's the thing. Can I
You
just
have
say this?
12
I don't know.
million
I don't
buyback
know.
clause
I don't know
though.
how the contract works. I don't know. I think we might potentially have a buyback clause in the future.
You have.
Right? So yeah, exactly. So since we have that buyback clause, that means that we have a chance of bringing him back if he cooks at Mallorca. So I will put him a good one because here's the thing: under Flick didn't trust Pablo Torre. You understand what I mean, right? So we knew Pablo Torre was going to leave. We can talk about he did it well. Since he wasn't playing, I'm sorry, we got some money out of him and we got a buyback clause. So if he ends up cooking, then it's gonna be a great idea because then it's like you guys let him go to Como. You understand what I mean, right? You guys have that buyback clause. So
we have more than buyback clause. We own 50% of his rights.
That's my point. But that's my point. But you know what it is? You have a leeway to bring him back to Real Madrid. That's my point.
Yeah.
We have a leeway for Pablo Torre returning to Barcelona in the future. So that's why I put him in good because he wasn't. He can still go on. I'm glad he's gone to Mallorca. Just go.
No, Omar, that's the thing though. I never understood why he never got the chance with Xavi and Flick. Like I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know it either, bro. Maybe he just needed to leave Barcelona and go to another club.
Exactly. Play good, go back to the bench. Play bad, go back to the bench. Like it did not matter whether he played good or bad. So
yeah. Exactly. Go.
Okay.
Good for me. Good for me. But
wait, so Pablo Torre is good?
I'll put him good.
Okay.
You got 5 mil only.
All right, hold on, wait. Matrix, you're saying what?
Maybe
I would say good as well. We can't put him good. They have a buyback clause for 12 million.
Exactly.
So
we have a buyback clause. Right. So I feel like buyback clause puts him in
Luka
good.
Modric to AC Milan, trash. Trash from Real Madrid. Fucking trash. I don't even give a fuck. I'm just putting him in trash, bro.
Why? Okay, why?
Bro, Luka Modric should still be at Real Madrid. The fact that we let this guy
retire here.
Luka Modric last season was a very good player for us off the bench. Do you guys know a fun fact? He created more big chances last season than Pedri. People don't even know this. Like, people know bro, he still showed at 40 years old in limited time, or in limited minutes, I should say, that he's still a valuable player. And the fact that we ended this transfer window without
No
getting
replacement.
another midfielder, and I still have to look at Danny Ceballos, who's fucking crying for a move out from the club. This is bad business by Real Madrid. Awful.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna be very honest to you, Will. Right? When you put
It
him
was the
inside,
right
first,
time, though,
I
Will, in my
thought,
opinion.
you know what it is, right? Because I feel like at his age, he's at that age now where I don't think that he was at Madrid level anymore. But since you guys watch Madrid more than me, so I'm not gonna sit here and
Brother,
be like,
but
I will say this.
No,
but,
he
but
still
I do
has
agree.
class.
But I do agree for the one point that you made, which is that you guys lost Cruz this season before, and you did not replace him, and now you just lost Modric and not replaced him either. So this
No, but
definitely-
Modric
yeah,
didn't
definitely
have the
losing
same
Modric
impact
is
on the
bad.
team, though, Omar.
Yeah.
Modric, look, you can't compare these two because Kroos was a certified starter, main point of the team when he left.
Right.
Modric was coming off the bench. He didn't have that
That's
impact
true,
that
that's
Kroos
true.
had. So it's not
And for
really
the
Was it the
experience.
club? Was it the club or the player who chose to leave? What?
It
No,
was
no.
the club. It was the club. But
Modric-
my
Modric
problem
would've-
is
Modric wanted one more year. He would have accepted lower wages and
Oh.
and
lesser
sitting on the
playing
bench.
time
Yes.
because
You
he's
guys think
retiring.
that he needed that because he was going to retire after?
He's
at the end of the-
retiring
After the
after the
World
World
Cup, I
Cup.
think.
Ah.
There was no reason for him
Yeah,
to
yeah,
leave.
Wait, hold up. Well, I
Wait,
feel like I know
wait,
the
wait,
reason.
honest,
I
wait,
feel like,
Jonas.
hold up. What about what's it called? Maybe it's marketing. Maybe like didn't Mbappe get the 10 or something? Did that happen?
No, it's not because of that. Like,
You can
It
get
might
it
have
the
been
next
marketing.
season.
That's
problem-
that's the only thing that I can think of.
No, but
Like,
it doesn't matter. You can get into number 10 next season.
Jump in,
Number 9
Matrix.
will still sell.
My only
Number 9 will
problem
still
is that
sell.
we didn't get a replacement for him because I think even
Exactly,
with Modric in the squad, we still needed another midfielder. Now Modric left as well. So I understand that we moved Arda to the midfield and now basically we have a new midfielder in there because we are using him differently this season. But I would say we still needed another midfielder in there. We need bodies in the team. We need depth. And losing Kroos, we didn't replace him. Losing Modric, we didn't replace him. Now we are running a bit short. I wish that we had sold Ceballos early in the summer and we would have just bring in
I mean,
because
you
the
guys
reports
tried
were
to-
out there that
you
we
tried
were
to sell
signing the
him
Dutch
to
talent.
Marseille, and
No, look, the club wanted to sell him to Marseille. Is the player that had doubts.
He
of
wanted to go
joining
back to
Marseille because
Betis,
he
right?
really wants to.
Betis, he-
Yeah, he wants to go to Real Betis, his boyhood club. And the reports are out there that Real Madrid were already looking at the Dutch talent. Like I think Dave mentioned him on my channel. I don't really
Dutch?
remember his name, but he plays for AZ Alkmaar in.
Like Keat or some shit.
Whoever he is,
He's
my
like the
brother,
19-year-old midfielder.
Yeah, the reports are out there that Real Madrid would go and replace Ceballos with him.
No, look,
So
but the
Real Madrid were
reason
ready
that
to
I
let him
blame
go.
the club is because you let him go, and then we did not get a reinforcement. So,
But the
enough.
options
Fuck
are
out here.
limited, though. The options are limited in the market, Will.
and then why the fuck is Ceballos not being forced out? This guy's been fucking crying for a move. This
You can't
absolute
be
bum
forcing a player
is
that's
at Real
contract
I mean,
Madrid.
to be
Out.
fair, Matrix makes a good point, bro. The lack of midfielders, like center number 8s in world
Yes,
football
Rabona,
now,
yes.
is
Keith Smith.
ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Like you have to actually spend like crazy amounts just to get like. Obviously, you got Enzo, but let's be honest, Will, right? If you guys want to get Enzo,
It's
you guys
impossible to get
cash
him.
now. No, it is possible, but it's
Wait,
gonna
who?
take
Who?
money.
To get who?
Enzo.
You get Enzo,
McAllister
you're
is also
double
going to be
that.
expensive.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah. I mean, like
They
you
would
have to
demand
break-
200.
Like for us to
Exactly, man.
sign,
It's ready there.
for us to sign and Alexis McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, we have to break
Yeah,
our
exactly,
our
man.
transfer record fee. Like you would have to
100
spend
million
like
plus.
120, 130 million.
All of them 100 million plus. It would
yeah,
be.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
McAllister-
Enzo would be even more because Chelsea are very
Yeah,
smart.
Yeah,
club
yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to
that's
selling.
true.
But
All right.
Matrix, I just gotta say, I don't
Yeah.
think McAllister would be 100 mil. Like I think maybe 85, like 80. Like
Yeah,
come
80
on,
million.
My
100
brother, this
mil.
is Premier League tax, my brother. Premier League
Yeah,
tax.
but
and
McAllister is
hype.
good, but like 100 mil, like he's not really that young either. Like I don't know about that.
Yeah, but Liverpool they wouldn't want to sell him. So like
especially after the Trent situation. I hear you.
yeah, they make it. All right, next we got Lucas Vasquez going to
Oh yeah,
Levante
this is great for you guys. This is great for you guys, isn't it? Great sign.
Nah,
great-
bro,
great-
I ain't gonna lie. This was trash, bro. Like it was a sad
What-
day.
What good?
No,
No,
Well,
yeah, for
thank-
Barcelona
thank
fans it was,
God
but
that
I'm
he
just saying
left.
for Madrid fans, I'm sure it was great.
Bro,
Will,
Vasquez,
Will,
let's be real, man.
amazing.
You wanted this guy gone for a while, bro. Like I don't know why you're putting him just in good. I mean,
I'll put it like
why,
this,
Why,
Omar.
why you putting him in good, bro?
Omar, I'll put it
No,
like
him
this.
leaving.
Wait. We got
That's
rid
good.
of.
That's good
We got
business.
rid of Mawara,
And
we got rid of
you
the
put him in
head of
good. So I was
ISIS
like,
and
I
his
thought you would
right
have put him
hand
in
in
great
Lucas
because you
Vasquez,
wanted
bro.
to see the back of him for a while.
Thank
That's
Go ahead,
God.
Matrix.
I said we got rid of the head of ISIS, which was Ancelotti, and his right-hand man, which was Lucas Vasquez. So thank God both of them.
Man said ISIS.
These
What the
two
hell?
terrorists, Mabara, leave the club and the city immediately. You're not even welcome to Madrid anymore, Mabara. Stay in
come on, Matrix.
Come on, bro. He helped you out. Come on.
Mabara, what he made me experience last season, I'm telling you, at least for a decade, I don't want to see your
Matrix.
face.
All right, hold on, wait. But Matrix, to be fair to Vasquez, this guy is a right winger.
True.
He was forced to play right back. Forced, because we did not address getting a backup for Carvajal, aside from Odriozola all those years ago. So it's not Vasquez's fault. This is like if we had to start playing Rodrigo at right back, and then he's getting fucking cooked, and now we're mad at Rodrigo for getting cooked. He's a right winger.
Yes.
So I do give him grace.
Wait.
The club put Lucas Vasquez in a very shit situation the last few seasons. So I do give him.
I want to say something.
Whoa. Correct me if I'm wrong. How many seasons has he been playing right back? Because the last season was in the first season.
No
I
season.
think like
Maybe
2
like
or
3
3 now. Like
so he should have adapted by
but
that.
as a backup though.
That's true. He was a backup.
First of all, let me say something. Mabara, first of all, I want to say, now that he has left the club, I have to be honest here. I actually respect Lucas Vasquez. He has done his job. First of all, he's a player that would never complain about playing time. He's similar to Nacho as well. Any position you ask him to play, he ain't gonna complain. He ain't gonna ask your decisions, Mabara. He will play immediately. And last season, we forced him to play as a right back. The guy is getting up in age. We all know Lucas Vasquez can't defend to save his life, and he had to start majority of the games out there. So of course he will be the easy target for the opposition team. And we Madridistas, we bashed him. I think I bashed him more than anyone last season. But at the end of the day, Mabara, you have had some legendary moments in the club as well.
And let's remember, Matrix, just to add to
the penalty against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final.
But I wouldn't consider Vasquez a legend, though.
No.
He has a case, though, for being honest.
He's not a legend. You know what he is, right?
He's a great servant of the club.
He's a servant. He's a servant of the club, and also importantly, Will, right? Because you got to remember, right? It's very rare, especially for Real Madrid, right? He's from your academy. He's a product of Real Madrid, just like Nacho was. You understand what I mean, right? Like, let's be honest, right? It's very rare for Real Madrid to actually give their own product like an opportunity from like the start, like because I know he went out on loan one time, but he came back, right? He was always in the team, in and around the team. Whenever he went
to the loan,
he always was there. He was Mr. Reliable, right? I'm trying to think of like a Barca player I could compare him to, because we have had a few
maybe Roberto.
Right?
Roberto was solid.
Exactly, like a Sergio Roberto who just came in and whether he was center midfielder, right back, wherever you need him, he was just there to do a job. You understand what I mean, right? Lucas Vasquez is that. He's gonna be a cult hero. There you go. That's the best one to use, Will, right? He's a cult hero, right? After he retires, he's one of those players. He can come if he comes back to Madrid, right? The fans will, they will always remember him as being like a cult hero in the eyes of many fans, right?
No, if I'm being honest, right? Like Lucas Vasquez, like, dude, like I feel like you guys are forgetting, like he actually used to be a decent player. Like he had a cross on him, right? Wait, was it him? No, I don't think it was. Wasn't it Carvajal who assisted Ronaldo's bicycle versus Juve? Was that Vasquez?
No. Carvajal. All legendary goals in Real Madrid, Babala. Carvajal cross.
All right, but let me tell you this. Matrix, though, we got to be real. Vasquez had a good cross on him. Like, I remember Vasquez assisting a decent amount of...
And winning penalties.
Yes, flipping Juventus. The dive.
To be fair, Vasquez, during that 3P era, did he not have the most assists?
Brother, he could cross the ball. That's all I remember.
Bro, he's decent in attack. But,
but
again, being forced to play right back whenever Carvajal needed a rest, that did skew. But the thing is, though, like the word legend gets thrown around too much.
No, it's not a legend. It's not a
longevity does not make you a legend, right? For example, Nacho is not a legend of Real Madrid. Now, maybe if you want to fact, okay, well, they're from the academy, then in that regard, to do what he's accomplished the first team, then that could make him a legend of the academy.
Zidane is a legend.
But like legends of Real Madrid, right? Like Zidane, Ronaldo, Ramos, Marcelo,
those are legends.
Players like that are legends, right? Vasquez is not in that category because he's not of that level. But Madrid will always be his home. He will always be able to come back. Maybe you show him on screen, he gets clapped. And then, but like,
I think he's a bigger hero than Joselu. I would say that for sure because the guy has been
because he spends more time here.
Here's the thing, right? Your point is absolutely correct, right? The term legend gets passed around very easily. You know what I mean, right? I feel like a legend, right, is someone who was their impact in the team, their direct impact, they themselves, right? The impact that they made at the club is what made the club better. Right? When you look at Zidane's time, his time with the club, he actually impacted change in the club, both as a player and as a manager. You understand what I mean, right? De Stefano, Cristiano Ronaldo, you understand what I mean? Raúl, these guys, they impacted the club with their prime years, right? Vasquez did not. If Vasquez left Real Madrid, guess what? Real Madrid would have still won the trophies that they won.
Bro, Vasquez, I'm gonna be real though.
What I saw, last person though. I'm sorry, Jonas. I'm sorry, brother. Like we have to go. We have to go. All right, so
we have to wrap it up, Mawada.
2 million.
Just put him in the masters.
Question mark, Mawada. Just put him in the question mark.
Yeah,
we haven't seen anything.
Franco. Put him with Franco, bro. He's the same thing as Franco for me. I mean, I know you guys spend more than him, but still, he is that to us.
I'm not gonna comment on him before I see him play.
You're just saying that because you're Swedish. You're just trying to look out for your brother.
No, Mawada. I don't know where he's from. Mawada, he can be my blood brother. You put on that shirt, I'm gonna hate you immediately.
Whatever, man.
I don't even give a fuck.
By the way, guys, off topic for a little bit. Will, have you guys been seeing the team that Sweden have been building? Sweden have Isaac, they have Gyökeres, they have Ronny Baji now, and they also have
Matrix.
Kulusevski.
You guys aren't doing shit.
Kulusevski. God damn. Yeah, what's going on in Swedish football, bro?
Sweden are not doing a thing.
I'm not saying Sweden will win an international trophy or anything like that, but at least I can see them going maybe to a quarterfinal.
You're talking like early 2000s, Matrix, like early 2000s Sweden. You know, the team that used to go like to the Euros and the World Cup and like take on England and batter some of these.
Look, what I thought was that
2000s
Swedish
good,
football
they had
die.
Lundberg and Lassen in their team and Ibrahimovic.
They had a good team back then as well. But I thought that the Swedish football gonna die after Ibra. Got finished,
It died for a little bit and it revived. It died for like.
But if you look at it now, Mawada, we have Isak, Gyökeres, Elanga, Kulusevski, Yasin Ayari from Brighton.
Even Norway, man.
As well.
Shout out to my Norwegians. Obviously, I have a connection to the country as well. That's why I support. That's why they're my European nation. Because obviously my dad lived in Norway for a long time. I have family there. But Norway also building a good team over there, man. They have a very good team.
They're not even qualified for the World Cup, bro.
They're going to qualify. They're going to qualify, bro. I think they're like one win away.
Bro. Erling Haaland and like a bunch of NPCs. Like I'm not.
They're going to qualify. They're literally, I think, one win away from qualifying.
Bro, they have Sorlot. They have Haaland.
They've had a good team for a while.
Nusa will. They have Nusa, Oscar Bob. People forget. Nusa and Oscar Bob are also in the team.
They also have Odegaard. You got Haaland. You have
Sander
You have Sander Berge.
Show up in big games.
You have Sander Berge as well. The DM.
Yes.
Yeah. Like they would have been qualifying for Euros over like the last.
They should have qualified for the previous Euros.
Yeah.
They're gonna qualify.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
By the way, Will, I don't know if you've seen this. Did you see that Dembele got injured today against for France?
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he did. He muscle, bro. He used to have in Barcelona, bro. The muscles, bro. The thighs, bro. The thigh muscles again, bro. I'm like, no, this guy.
Hold on. Let's get a couple of super chats before we wrap up. Big up to Ejovi says focus on GA is killing football analysis. I think that you need a balance. But let's be honest, GA at the end of the day is the most important thing because that's what determines if you win or lose or not. Like. You could have all the flair, all the technique, but if you're not able to fucking put the ball into the back of the net or create chances that lead to goal scoring, then you're basically St. Maximin. And nobody here rates Alan St. Maximin like that. So you do need a bit of both, but let's stop acting like GA is not the most effective stat for attackers. Like we can't lie here.
I know, but sometimes like people who are so goal hungry, like it doesn't really matter. Like for example, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not trying to hate on Ronaldo real quick, but like at Man United, people were saying like, oh, he's like their best player, but United as a team scored less when Ronaldo came back to Man United. So it's like goals don't really matter, bro. It's the team goals. That's the only stat that I look at. Team goals, bro. Nobody cares about your goals.
Personal stats are good, but you know what it is? You know what it is, Will, right? I feel like if the stats are spread, right? So you got like the same amount of like goals and assists. That means that you're basically impacting the team, not just by your individual performance, but also your assist is helping the team also perform. You understand what I mean? Right? When you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, hold on. But Cristiano Ronaldo point that you just used is accurate because let's be honest, Ronaldo was just scoring goals.
Exactly.
And that's the only thing. That's all he was doing. He wasn't getting any assists. So the rest of the team was tanking.
He has a lot of assists.
He was doing.
No,
he
has the most.
But the team, you know what it is? They had to change. Let's be honest. Right? They had to change the team to kind of bring the best out of Cristiano. That's the point. Cristiano, they had to play the team around Cristiano.
Yeah. No, look, fair enough. Big up to my guy Eugen. As always, super chat says smash the likes chat. Rashford was signed just because Deco needed to do signings. Ferran clears Rashford. Yeah, I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Big up to my guy Eugen. Big up to everybody that sent in a super chat. I think look, we'll wrap up here. Let's redirect to Touchline. He's playing fucking Call of Duty. Look, this
what?
Man. This man
Call of Duty.
Yeah. This guy. He had to give up on footy content because he just figured out that he's just not that good at it. You feel me? Again, look, I've never seen Touchline win a debate. And I've been knowing him for about a good like 7-8 months. Guy gets cooked wherever he goes. Tell him stick to Call of Duty in his chat, right? Let him know Carnage Raid. Look, big up to my guy Football Matrix. Big up Omar BYT. Big up Barca Reacts. Their channels are in the description. Make sure that you go subscribe. Maybe we'll be back Monday. Let's see what's going on throughout the weekend or if there's any good topics that we could debate about. But we should be back Monday. But until then, people, in a bit.
A la Madrid.